Hey guys, how are you? I'm really excited to be able to deliver this particular module to you. It comes at a very crucial time because by now you're starting to want to create the conversions and the leads and use the messaging that you've been creating. Now, the key thing here is to know that sometimes what we can do is we can assume that our landing pages aren't working and blame the landing page when essentially we might have sent the wrong kind of traffic, the wrong kind of people to the landing page, and potentially even at the wrong time. Now, I'm not going to get too much into it right now, but I wanted to give you an overview of what we'll be covering in this module because this one is a critical one. We're going to be looking at some potential sources of traffic on social media, as well as ads, how to make great ads. We're going to be looking at how to make a great landing page, even how to make a great lead magnet, a great content offer. And the reason why we're doing all this is we're kind of co-joining two realms of marketing. There's the traffic, the sources, but then also what happens to the traffic once they get to your website. Are you looking forward to this? Because I am. So, are you ready? Awesome. Let's get started. All right, so now let's talk about what are the actual sources of traffic. You may have heard me hint at earlier TV ads. There's a kind of a service that I offer some of my clients. It has to be a very particular kind of product or service that is best suited to mass market, so consumers. It might be products for their cars, it might be jewelry. It has to be mass market, okay? But Channel 9, a TV channel in Australia, has just released a really smart platform called 9 Voyager. It allows small businesses to buy TV ad space, which is mind-blowing, in order to allow small businesses to play in the same leagues as the big brands, okay? And you can get it all done for less than like $20,000 or something. It's really, really cheap. And there's a little bit of an onboarding process, but Growth Coaches is, at the time of this video, on the platform. And so we just serve our clients ads right in there on national television. Pretty cool. But here's what I want to tell you about this. There is a company called 90 Seconds, which is a film production company, and they made a deal with Channel 9 that anyone who comes into this 9 Voyager platform and spends the minimum benchmark of like $15,000 will get the television commercial production for free. So in other words, you get the commercial created. That is a great example of a partnership. Jay Abraham calls it the host beneficiary. So one way to think about a host beneficiary is, you know, the whale sharks. I would love to go swimming with a whale shark. You know who else likes to go swimming with whale sharks? Little fish. These little fish form a symbiotic relationship with the whale shark. The whale shark likes it because he has a little bit of a couple of fish hanging around him, but the fish keep his mouth and skin clean, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but you know, the surface of a whale shark. They keep it clean by feeding off all the algae and stuff that's on the shark and keeps him clean. And this thing is a mammoth. The converse side of it is that the little fish get fed as they ride along with this gigantor whale shark. The whale shark eats a whole bunch of plankton, and the fish benefit off having the scraps, you know? So why am I telling you this? Because this is a host beneficiary. It's a great picture of partnership marketing. If you had a jewelry company, you know that jewelry is typically bought on special occasions, right? And you know that certain kinds of dresses are also bought on special occasions. So a host beneficiary marketing play would be going as a jewelry company, going to a fashion outlet who sells dresses for special occasions and saying, listen, we will offer your customers who buy a dress for a special occasion a discount on our special occasion jewelry. Now, what has that done? As a jewelry company, you've just reached a whole new audience. You knew their need and the circumstances that they would be buying a dress, and you've opened up a whole new audience through a partnership. What does the dress company get back? Well, the dress company gets back the fact that they can add value to their existing customers by giving them discounts on jewelry. That's beneficial in itself. And in return, maybe the jewelry company, you can offer them the same thing. So if your customers come in to buy jewelry, they can also get a discount on dresses. So that is a host beneficiary. And the partnership is a great source of traffic. In the case of Channel 9 Voyager, you thought I was lost. I'm not. I'm coming right back now. In the case of Channel 9 Voyager, there's a production company called 90 Seconds, and 90 Seconds formed a partnership with Channel 9 Voyager, and they said basically that they will do the creation of the videos for free for the audience that comes in and buys ad inventory from Channel 9. And so what Channel 9 gets back is they solve a massive problem because, okay, so they can order media placements. They can offer to businesses all around Australia slots on television, but then people are going to ask themselves, how am I going to make it? And then that's another 100,000 to make a TV commercial. I know because I used to make TV commercials for national brands. I used to creative direct them, and it is very expensive. I mean, you're talking at least $200,000, not even including the media booking, up to like millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. I think the biggest TV ad I ever made was $4.5 million in production and another $12 million in media. It was insanely big. So what brands that are non-competing with you could have an audience that you could tap into? When we say audience, it could be as simple as posting something to their social media page. It could be as something as posting an article on their blog or contributing to their newsletter, an offer, okay, and vice versa. So partnership is actually a really good source of driving traffic to your website and opening up new audiences you never had before. The other place that you can get traffic is, as a B2B business, is LinkedIn. Even if people don't spend time on LinkedIn and interact with your business, that doesn't mean you can't engage with your LinkedIn audience in other platforms on social media. What do I mean by this? Everybody has a family. And because everybody has a family, 99% of the people who have families are on Facebook because that's where their family is. And so you can reach business owners, yes, and your prospects on LinkedIn on Facebook. How do you do that? You can export your LinkedIn contacts and import them as a CSV to Facebook to show ads to. Not only that, if you have at least 1,000 contacts uploaded into Facebook, you can then also tell Facebook to find 1 million, 2 million, 3 million other people just like that to show you ads to. Super powerful targeting. It's a whole topic of its own, so I won't get into it too much. I just wanted you to know that this is a possibility. Obviously, to reach out to your audience, to reach out and start building this database of contacts, you need to be able to have a script to follow with your LinkedIn outreach. So here's an example of a connection request. Treat it like LinkedIn is the best business breakfast in the world. Speak like you would at a business breakfast. When you meet somebody, you don't straight off the bat ask them for the sale. You know, you get to know them. What do you do? Me, I do this. And so when you reach out to make a connection request, something like this is very natural. Hi, Bob. I hope you don't mind me reaching out to connect with you on LinkedIn. Notice we have mutual connections, and you will if you only reach out to people who are second-degree connections on LinkedIn. That means you have a mutual connection. I noticed we have a few mutual connections. It seems like you seem like a great contact to have. Thanks for accepting anyway. And that's your connection request. Here's another. I'm going to move fast, so feel free to pause the video and read it. And another. Okay, so this is in the worksheet. You can brainstorm your own. And once they accept, here's the kind of thing that you can say. Remember, business breakfast. Hi, Josh. Thanks for accepting my connection. I'd love to learn a little bit more about you when you have a moment. My business does X for Y. Anyway, thanks again for connecting, and let me know if there are any skills on your profile you'd like me to endorse. Again, giving. What can I do for you? Just like in a business breakfast, you would say, oh, what do you do? Oh, right. Okay. Well, I think I know someone who might be interested in that. That's how you build rapport. That's how you build connection. Please don't do it any other way in LinkedIn. Don't be that guy. I'm not saying don't ask for the sale when it comes to it, but don't start with that. Treat it like a business breakfast. Nobody likes a slimy LinkedIn guy. And again, you can invite people from LinkedIn into Facebook, into a Facebook group or a LinkedIn group, or into your email database by saying, hey, there's an offer. The key to remember is before you take any action, ask permission. Before you take any action, ask permission. So, hi, thanks for connecting. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Otherwise, looking forward to seeing some of the updates. By the way, I have this ebook that you might be interested in because it's for target market. Would you like me to send you the link? Notice you don't send the link straight away. You say, would you like me to send the link? If they say yes, you have now just made a lead and also a friend. Maybe not a friend, but you know what I mean. Let's do a quick summary. You can use LinkedIn to bring a very targeted traffic and use LinkedIn as a source to pull them into your offers wherever they live, your website, your landing page. And don't forget, once they visit your website or landing page, they're probably going to be tagged with a cookie or a pixel that you've set up using Google Ads and Facebook ads. And it means that now, even though you engaged on LinkedIn, you can advertise to them anywhere on the web. Okay, so that's the way to think of it. Bring them in, traffic source, and then remarket to them, or convert them on a landing page or an offer, which we'll get to in a second. And the other thing that we talked about is partnerships, accessing other people's audiences and offering your own sometimes in order to bring a very select group of people to your website. It's going to be a lot quicker these days than an SEO strategy where you're waiting to rank. Sometimes you could be waiting 6 to 12 months. The big guys are going to be doing it better and more effectively than you because they have more money to throw at SEO. And SEO loses to ads every time. Because for every 12 months that you've spent trying to rank on #1 in Google search, I can spend $10 and be there instantly. Pretty crazy to think about it that way. Plus, when you consider the fact that most searches happen on mobile now, and on mobile, almost the full screen of your iPhone or Android or whatever you have is ads. So eventually, it's going to be all ads, and organic ranking, organic results will be as good as page 2 of Google. I'm also going to add to that we are on the verge of voice search. And when you search with your voice on Siri or Google Home, when you search with your voice, it doesn't give you 12 results. It just gives you one recommendation or 2 recommendations. It doesn't read you a list. Did you know that 40% of the world is already preferring voice search? That means the only results that count is the top 1 or 2. And because Google and Facebook and Amazon are not doing it out of the goodness of their heart, they are a business. They will always favor the person or the business who is paying the ad space to be first. So just a little thought there, because you can instantly, as a small business, kind of scratch out a lot of the stuff that people tell you is going to be really, really important and charge you big money for, when in actual fact that money can go towards running ads. Now let's talk about Google Ads. I've created this template to allow you to brainstorm the Google Ads that you could run in a campaign to drive traffic to your landing pages and your website. You'll notice 3 columns here, here, and here. These 3 columns are ad 1, ad 2, and ad 3. Why 3 ads? At any one point in time, you should be testing a minimum of 3 ads per ad group and per campaign. So an ad group is like targeting a certain cluster of keywords, and within that ad group, you should be testing 3 ads at any given point in time. And when you're ready, you replace the weakest ad with a new ad. So to start with, I've got ad 1, ad 2, and ad 3. Oh, I just noticed a typo. That should say ad 3. So just ignore that. There's ad 1, ad 2, and ad 3. Now, here's the thing. You'll notice that ad 1 is all about the I, spoken in the first person. Yes, you're going to write your ad written in the first person. The second type of ad is the superhero. The superhero is, like, what are you exceptional at? What is the one thing that you can brag about? It might be that you're number 1 in X industry, or you've won a couple of awards, or you've got a killer money back guarantee, or a killer offer, a promotional thing that you have. These are the superhero kinds of ads. And the final kind of ad is the pain and gain ad. So what would happen if the person didn't click and didn't download, didn't fix this problem? What is the pain that they would feel? And on the flip side, what do they have to gain by clicking, by downloading? It could be, for example, for me, it's ending marketing stress and getting marketing success. So what is the pain and gain? So 3 types of ads: the I, the superhero, and the pain and gain. Now, horizontally, you'll see that you have why, what, and how for the headlines. The headlines are at any one point in time either a why message, a what message, or a how message. A why could be why this is important to fix. The what is what to do about it, and the how could be how to get involved with your business, price, timing, booking a call to action, things like that. And don't worry, this is all a bit much to take in. I will do an example with you in a second. And then the description of the ad, because the ads always, in Google Ads, there's always two parts. There's the headline and there's the description of the ads, okay? So even the descriptions could be focused around the why message, the what message, and the how message. But to start off with, I find it's always helpful to spell out what exactly it is you want your campaign to do. So here, let's go through an example. I'm going to give an example that you can relate to because you're in the course, and so you know some of the things that we are talking about. So I'll write it as though I'm writing an ad for this course that you're in right now. So my campaign name, I'll call, let's call it the Marketing Bootcamp. I want this campaign to let's be more specific. I want this campaign to deliver 30 leads in August. Okay, so planning ahead. Keyword ideas. See how it says BOPS, B-O-P-S? What this is if you search, oops. If you were to search for marketing courses on Google, all of these results are things that are being listed, but then Google's really smart. They know that if a user gets to the bottom of the page and they haven't found what they're looking for, Google uses their incredible database and knowledge base and considerable power to put together related searches based on what other people have been searching for. Wait, so are you saying, Justin, that Google is telling me what people are searching for? Yes, they are. So you come to the bottom of page search. So this is the bottom of the page. And these are like little secret magic keywords that Google are telling you, hey, if you want to do a really good job in advertising, use these keywords because that's what most people are searching for. So you copy those in, see online marketing courses Australia, digital marketing courses. So I'm going to take that in and I'm going to write some ideas for myself. Short marketing courses, marketing training. You get the point, okay? Now, that's not the only place that I want to use to find keywords. There's also a great cool tool called Ubersuggest by Neil Patel. And this is really powerful. You can either type in a domain or you can type in a set of keywords and it'll tell you what keywords you should be targeting. So I'm going to type in marketing courses. Oops, not costs, costs. And Ubersuggest will come up with some suggestions for me on what I can rank for. And you'll see it lists a whole bunch of keywords by volume, the number of searches per month, cost per click, how expensive it is to advertise for, the PD is paid difficulty, and SD is search difficulty. So search would be organic, paid would be how hard it would be to bid against others for this keyword. So you can see here, anything green is pretty good, fair game. Marketing courses Coursera, that's a competitor. Marketing courses Boston. So you can go through and you can find what's going to be best for you. I'm going to choose English Australia so that it knows that I'm talking about the Australian market. And it won't give me keywords in Miami, for example, like it did before. Okay, so you can see here, marketing courses Sydney, marketing courses Perth, marketing courses Google. So I'm going to go with marketing courses, Sydney. The location I want to target, only Australia. Negatives I want to target, I don't want to target any uni students. I only want to target business owners, obviously. So I'm going to cancel out keywords that have the word TAFE, university, degree, and jobs, because that is the wrong kind of marketing course. I'm talking about marketing courses for business owners. Now, I'm going to list a bunch of whys. So I'm going to start on the right-hand column. These are my headlines now, okay? So using the 4 forces, the immediate pains that people would feel if they didn't do this course, marketing confusion, what I do is simple frameworks. Now you apply this to whatever it is you do. I'm just showing you how to do it. And the how would be, let's call it like, it's not this obviously, but I'm going to say this, okay? Just so it's clear. $30,000 per year. All right, and I would write headlines based on these ideas. Headline would be end marketing confusion using simple frameworks and $30,000 per year. So these are 3 headline options I've just generated in 60 seconds. Now moving across one, I'm going to do the superhero now. Actually, I'm going to go to the I. I help business owners end marketing stress. Simple, right? So I've taken the same thinking and I've just put it into different words using the first person. I have developed proprietary, I believe, frameworks. And the how is click here to book a call with me. So in first person, okay? I find writing in first person is a great trick to try. It's something great to test in your Google Ads. It can work wonders. Now, looking at superhero, the why, work with an industry leader. What is my superhero thing is multi-award winning and international. And the how is, well, after I'm saying that's multi-award winning, industry leading, then I'm going to say book a free strategy session, because if I'm thinking about the superhero style of ad, a natural ask for the how message is to book a free strategy session with this superhero. So the point is, what is your superpower? And you can basically write ad headlines about that. Cool. So you can see here, we've got 9 different headline options straight off the bat. Okay, really, really quick. And you're going to do exactly the same in the descriptions, just with more words. How cool is that? Then that leaves you with 18 different pieces that you can run as tests in various combinations in Google Ads and pick the very, very, very best one. Even if you ran 3 tests per month, you've got at least 3 months worth of ideas here to test, and you're going to end up with one super ad. And Once you have that, you can try to brainstorm other ideas using the same framework that you've seen here. Now, what about if you don't have the money to pay for ads, Google ads, let's call it, and you're really only looking for the free solution, which is typically organic, or you are running ads and you want to supplement it with organic content, organic traffic. Organic means you didn't pay for it. People have found it through searching and organic means, okay? So I've developed here a tool called the Content Chord Scale. And the thinking is this. A lot of businesses post out just promotional content. And it's like if you play the piano, a kid just pressing the C note all the time. Ding, 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 ding. Really repetitive, or like chopsticks, over and over again. Ding, 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 over and over and over again. C, 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 C. But there are other chords in the scale. There are other notes in the chord, other chords in the scale. So the same is true of your content. If you're always like promotion, 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 you're just hitting the same chord over and over again. And the reality is people don't search like that anyway. This framework has been designed to cater to human engine optimization, HEO. It's Google's RankBrain. RankBrain is the name of their algorithm. It's their way of capturing the intent of the searcher, not just the words of the searcher. That's why keyword stuffing is a really bad idea, because Google doesn't work that way anymore. It is now sophisticated and smart enough to know what you intended to search for. So, for example, if I typed in snow right now in Sydney in winter, Google will not just show me results that had the word snow in their articles, which would be really dumb. It would predict, based on the time of year, my location, what I'm actually looking to find. It might show me great snow retreats near me. It might show me snow holidays. It might show me what is snow. So it's smart enough to predict what I want to search for. And it comes as a cluster of topics. So if you're selling car tires, as an example, Google will know and understand that your searcher is searching for tires as a part of a topic, and that topic is travel. It's car maintenance, it's racing, whatever it is that tires have to do with, Google will understand based on the content. So it's going to serve your business best to create content that is the full spectrum of topics. Let me show you what I mean. So we have here, if you don't play the piano, it starts at C, not at A. It goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And so I've just broken it down so you can brainstorm your content topics every month using these notes. So for example, C stands for case study. This is content that you write for your blogs or even social media that is all about the wins, the great stuff that you've done for clients, case studies. D is diagnosis. If you go to a doctor and the doctor only tells you the prescription without understanding what you're actually experiencing, he's given a prognosis before diagnosis, which is malpractice. So when your traffic, when your prospects come to your website and you straight away offer a solution before knowing their problem, that in itself is a problem. You're giving a prognosis before you've given a diagnosis, before you diagnose them. So it's really handy to have content, tools, quizzes that helps the user diagnose their own problem. It might be a fact sheet, FAQs, help them diagnose the problem before you try to sell them anything. So diagnosis. E stands for education. Now, this is kind of like prognosis. You're helping the user understand the aspects of their problem and the aspects of the solutions. You're educating them. So, for example, for me, I would say an education piece is around traffic conversion and funnel. A diagnosis could be your current marketing spend enough or too much? So content specifically around that. I would have a case study of client X. And then have some fun. Things like behind the scenes or, just like fun pictures and quizzes and just fun stuff. Have a bit of fun. Be more rounded. Be well-rounded in your content, and that's okay. Stuff you like. If you sell sports shoes or gym gear, fun content could be that you post a blog post or a social media post on the kind of sit-ups you hate the most. Okay, it's not specifically about gym gear, but it is topical, and Google will see all that stuff, as will your user, and think, wow, this is in context and interesting to me as a browser, and I'm going to come back. So for me, marketing, it might be something fun would be, I don't know, a picture of Donald Trump with a man bun, and the quote says, "Make marketing great again." I have nothing against Donald Trump. I don't know if you do or you don't. I don't really care. It's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is have a little fun. Next, let's gather. Think of gathering as like what a museum curator does. So in a museum doesn't paint the artwork. They might have resident artists that do paint the artworks, but a lot of what they do is curating artworks from other places. It makes them and positions them as an authority. So if you're selling IT, for example, as your service offering, a good example of curation would be gathering articles about the latest cybersecurity breaches, or if you're selling software, let's say you're selling software as a service, a good idea for curation would be other tools that play nice with your software. Great sites you found, good podcasts. Gather those things together in a way that is going to be attractive to your user. You don't have to create all of it, okay? And finally, ask. Ask questions of your visitors. Have articles that are asking their point of view, what they have pain with, what they struggle with, and what that will give you is great ideas on what to write about next. So overall, you can see that in a really short amount of time, you can generate quite a lot of organic content that is going to be interesting to your visitor. Now, I hear you. You're saying, what about B? What's build? I'm going to get to that in a second, okay? You'll notice here on the black keys, I've got 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. All this is I'm saying, if you're going to be getting a mix of content right, how much of each should you do? Well, you want 20% case studies. You want 20% interactive diagnosis tools or diagnosis type pieces of content, lead magnets, and that sort. Then the fun and education come together. They kind of balance each other out. So it's 10 each. Okay, so 20% of both of those. And 20% of curation, 20% asking, and that gives you 100%. So what the heck is build? Well, over time, you'll find that some articles just don't, some content just don't perform as well as the others. They don't get enough visits, nobody converts on them. They're kind of the weak sisters of the bunch, the weak brothers of the bunch. So what you do is you find your best articles and you build on them using the content from the not so good articles. So the good articles just get bigger and longer and get more and more content on them. And you're building on them, building on them, building on them, building on them. And Google loves that, because to Google, you're refreshing and updating your content, and the content's getting longer and longer and longer and more helpful. And the search engine will love it more and more and more and more. So you repurpose old content that isn't performing well, and you build it into the content that is getting all the traffic, so that it becomes even more helpful.